Hello everyone, I am Tirunagapan on behalf of Master the Markets, and welcome to Forex Weekly, our market analysis for the week ahead, and this video is just exclusive for forexspace.com. Alright, so now let's get in live in the market and let's just do the analysis ahead for the week ahead. I'm going to start off with Aussie dollar as we usually do. So as you can see over here, on the monthly chart, it's an uptrend. On the weekly, it's a downtrend. All you have to see is because we got square systems over here at Master the Markets, and I just want you to look at the boxes. So if it's a green, then it's uptrend. If it's a red, it's a downtrend. And over here, it's an uptrend on the daily, and finally on the 4-hour, it's an uptrend as well. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to correlate those levels onto the daily time frame. Now, as you can see, it's 8061 on the monthly, and then in terms of here 9757, 8660, this hasn't changed much as of last week. And if you were to look at my correlation levels, those would be the same. As you can see over here, the white being the monthly, and then the yellow being the weekly, and then the blue being the 4-hour. The 4-hour might have changed, so I'm just going to quickly do that for now, then I'll just give you my analysis. So you see 9294, which is just the top of this bar over here. And then finally 8995 is what I do have at the moment. So I'm just going to push that up a bit, 8995. And that's what we do have at the moment in terms of Aussie dollar. So what we can really see over here, according to our algos that we have in Master the Markets, which gives us a really big edge in the markets, our last swing high on the daily is 9133. And then our swing low is 8882. Now, for Aussie dollar to carry on with the strength on the upside, we can see that it can push upwards above 9294, or if you were to carry a bit on the downside, the first weakness can be at 8995, and then breaking that level, and they can go on to 8921, at which point will be a downtrend on the daily time frame. Now moving on to Euro Yen. So let's just take a look at Euro Yen at the moment. As I can see, 141.88 is our new swing high in terms of the 4-hour. So 141.88, most recent one is what we got. So I'm just going to put that over here, 141.88. And then finally what we also have is 140.44. Okay, so I'm just going to move that up over here, 140.44, and then taking a look at this, let's do our analysis here. Again, our algos is pointing to 143.78 and 138.75 as the daily swing high and swing low over here. Now let's see where the strength is going to be. Right now it's an uptrend on the daily. If it does cross above 141.89, that would be our first strength on the upside. And however, on the downside, if it does break 140.44, then it'll be our first weakness on the downside. Momentum is a bias towards the upside, and we can also see first break towards 141.89 will go towards up, and the next level 143.78, and the next level after that is 145.70 is what we have in terms of Euro Yen. Weekly is also showing an uptrend, monthly also uptrend, and then we'll see how the 4-hour comes out to be. At the moment, the 4-hour time frame is showing a downtrend at the moment, is what we do have in terms of the square systems as well. Okay, right, that's what we have for Euro Yen at the moment. Now I'm going to move on. Let me just move that just quite a bit to here. Okay, that's good. Now next, what I do have also, I'm just going to take a look at, let's take a look at Euro Dollar at the moment. Now I'm just going to put the levels up for right now. 138.76 is the 4-hour swing high. So 138.76, so it's gone further below. I'm just going to move that down a bit. Okay, 138.76 is what we got. So I'm just moving that a bit now. Over here is what we got, and then the low is going to be a 13748. which is just a bit above over here. Okay, right. So that's what we got in terms of euro dollar at the moment. So, but it's an uptrend on the daily, so it's still showing a momentum on the upside, higher highs, higher lows. In terms of the 4 hour, 13870 to break first to show some kind of strength coming on the upside at the first level of strength, 13870. Next one is 13898 in terms of the weekly swing high. And then finally, next level to break is 13969 to break. So 3 levels to break upwards towards momentum on the upside. However, in terms of the downside, we got first level to break again is 13748. Then next level to break 13641. Then 13474. In terms of biasness, or where the high probability is it's actually towards the downside, because if you look at the weekly, there's an overextended move at the moment, and we can see that actually there is a very strong chance of it moving towards the downside. Let me just quickly annotate to you in terms of even Elliott waves as well. I specifically don't use Elliott waves, but I just use it as an overview. So as you can see over here, that's wave 1, and that's wave 2, and then we got wave 3 over here. That's actually, I consider that as a bit of a noise over here. What we got over there, let me just highlight to you. This one here, I won't really consider that as a wave, so I'll just cross that out. And then in terms of wave 4, it's kind of here. Finally, I take all this as noise, and that will be wave 5 over here. If they retrace back up a bit, over here we got a kind of a double top forming. Now we would see there's a bit of a consolidation here at this moment. So looking really at the reversal or correction point on euro dollar at the moment. Okay, right, so that's what we are seeing at the moment. So we will see if it does turn further below. So 13748 is the first level to look at. Next level is 13641. After that, 13474. Moving on to GBP USD. GBP USD on the other hand, 16654 is our level here. 16654 is what we got. And then finally we got 16463. So analyzing that, those levels, it's a downtrend on GBP USD at the moment. So what we are really looking at for now is a break towards 16462 first, and if it does break that first, then after that we're looking for it to break further 16251. okay, and of course above that is our monthly as well, levels 16341, and then we got 16307 on the weekly time frame as well. So all those levels is what we need to be looking at in terms of GBP USD. Okay, that's on the weekly time frame. Right, now moving on, that's on the daily time frame, pardon me. Moving on to dollar Swiss, just a quick analysis. 8869 is what I do have at the moment, 8869, and then I've got 8786 as well. So 8786 over here at this point here, 8801 weekly, and 9156 is weekly as well. Okay, right, now strength towards, it's actually a bias towards the downside. It's actually a downward momentum. First level to break to show kind of strength towards the upside, 8868 on the 4 hour, then carrying on upwards, then it would be 9081, then finally 9156. okay, so I'll wait for that in terms of dollar Swiss. In fact, the kind of pattern that I'm really looking for over here, let me just quickly annotate that for you, is basically we want actually a push on the upside and then retrace. So then we got a wave 1 and wave 2. At that point, then we can look to enter at a bit of some kind of sign of strength towards the upside, and then we can hold on to it as it goes into wave 3. okay, so that's what we're really looking at in terms of dollar Swiss. Now moving towards dollar yen finally. And finally on dollar yen, what do we have? 101.94 is actually our last swing high in terms of dollar yen. So 101.94 is what we do have about here, and then the next one was 101.27. So I'm just going to move that about there. 101.27. So in terms of dollar yen, looking at the upside, momentum's towards the upside right now. And what I'm really looking at the moment is broken 102.07 already. Next level to break 103.76. Carrying on upwards after that is 105.43 is what I'm looking at the moment. Yeah. Right. So that's as if dollar yen. So those are the levels that you need to be looking at for the week ahead. Do plan your week, because as the saying goes, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Okay? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Alright, so that's all from me for this week ahead. Until next time, live fully with love, service and contribution, and always, always, always keep trading like a master.